Hello, dear friends of this beloved world of ours, and all those who watch us from afar, of course. So Mercury retrograde ends actually the day after I make this video. We've got less than 24 hours of Mercury retrograde left to go before the next one starts. So in this video, I'm going to do a very quick 3-card reading. I wanted to do a longer one, but time's just got away from me for reasons which will become obvious. But we are going to use Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck for this one. Okay, so just before then, I'll explain what's happened. It's basically Carmageddon, you know, whether it's karma, car, and Armageddon all kind of joined into one thing. Well, less than 3/4 of a minute of nonsense, and I'll be back. So it snowed today, actually quite a lot, and then it's mostly melted again. But I looked at the weather forecast and could well snow a lot tonight. I don't really know if it will or not, but it could. So time to take the car up the track and leave it at the top. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow at last. It takes a long time to get a dentist in the UK at the moment, especially here. So I'm going to the dentist tomorrow, and I've absolutely got to go to the dentist. It's essential, because I've got some out-of-date cakes that need eating up. I can't eat them up with bad teeth. So what ended up happening was, just after that, I went to the shop and I bought some ibuprofen for sort of painkillers, just to sort of stop my tooth hurting until I actually get to the dentist tomorrow. And as I was coming back, car was working fine and everything, and I decided to call into the farm, which is only about a mile from here, where I buy my logs from, because I owe the guy for some logs. So I went in there to drop the money off, and there was nobody about. And I parked the car, and I left it in gear because it was like facing down quite a steep hill, and it was snowy and icy, but hardly icy at all actually. It was the thermometer in the car was showing +2 degrees, so I thought that was going to be okay. And only a little bit of slush on the road, nothing much at all. So I went and dropped the money in through the letterbox because the guy wasn't there in an envelope. He wasn't in the house, the money was in an envelope, not the guy. And I came back and I noticed my car had slid forward a bit, on the slushy whatever it was. And whatever it was actually was a tiny bit of snow on top of, it's like residue of cow poo, cow muck. It's a very clean farm, but over the years you get a little bit of it kind of just beds itself into the road. And the very thin amount of slush on top of that had made it very slippery, and the car had just started moving. So I got in, tried to start it, and the battery had died, which surprised me because I'd stopped 2 or 3 times on the way back. I bought petrol, gasoline. No, I hadn't. I bought diesel because it's a diesel. That would have been a laugh if I tried to put petrol in it. And everything was looking good. Everything was looking good, but I just could not start the thing again. I used my charge pack, that wouldn't work. So I just had to abandon it. I couldn't find anyone there. And I phoned the farmer up and apologised because now it's blocking the way into the farm. And he says it's okay. If I go there about 9 o'clock in the morning when the sun's up, he'll give me a hand to get it started. And he's pretty good. He's got a tractor and he's got jump leads, so I think we'll get the thing started. But that kind of screwed with my day a bit, really. I did get some ibuprofen, and I really, really hope that I actually do make it to the dentist tomorrow and the car starts and everything, because I just don't want these cakes to go mouldy, they're just too good to leave. Anyway, right, so let's crack on with our reading. Okay, so let's take 3 off the top, and okay, right, here we go. Let's fan them out for you, and it's just going to be a 3-card, pick a card, all oracle this time, all nice and oracle, and not doing tarot at the moment, because this has been Mercury retrograde's last stand. It's got me, I admit it. I thought it got me because just before Mercury retrograde, everything froze and the ducks were having a bad time because they couldn't get any water, and I couldn't get enough water out to them, and couldn't have a bath, and I was filthy and horrible. And I just thought that was my Mercury retrograde. Little did I know. So I'm not going to bring the tarot out, and I'm not going to do a long reading, because obviously Mercury retrograde is very much having its last hurrah. So which card do you fancy, friends? 1, 2 or 3? We'll go 1, 2, 3, which I hope has come out on your screen left to right. 1, 2 and 3. Let your inner psychic decide. Which one did you pick? Let me know in the comments down below there. Yeah, and just before I launch into it, I want to thank you guys for watching and supporting the video yesterday where we went driving with Miranda. Miranda's amazing. She isn't a reader as such, but she's sort of very magical. She can like pick up a twig off the ground and plant it and get a tree growing from it. She's amazing. So I hope you'll see more of Miranda, because she was fun. And so hey, if you're watching Miranda, thanks for being in my video, which is now partly your video, and no doubt we'll see you again. So card number 1, what's it going to be? It's the Pleiades. There it is, the Pleiades. And it says, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And this is a great message for the end of Mercury retrograde, actually, because, of course, Mars retrograde ended last week, and the energy is a lot clearer. It's better for getting things done and making new things happen with the lessons we've learned through those planetary retrogrades. And this is the mission. Whatever you're actually about to launch into in the coming days, weeks, months, years, etc., remembering that, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. Think of that double mission, include that extra mission with it. Make it a double mission by including that whole thing of channeling and uplifting humanity. The two things go together. Channeling humanity, for sure. Channeling, the humanity you have in your heart. That matters, and it makes such a difference to people. It really, really does. And channeling, spiritual energy, cosmic stuff. Channel that. Channel what you know, because that's going to be uplifting humanity as well. And just think of the Pleiades, that magical, magical place up in the heavens that we don't know anything like enough about the spiritual properties of the Pleiades, but they're beautiful twinkling things, and wonderful things happen there. So there is card number 1, my friends. Card number 2, middle card of the reading, so this one really has something to say. Okay, it's this one. What'll it be, eh? Can you guess? Well, it's Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And I've got to sort of bend it forward, so if I go like that, you can't really see it. Okay, the original light workers, though. Just think of that. However many civilizations there have been on this earth, I've no idea. I don't think anybody really knows. But I was at a thing once, and I've said this before, I was at this sort of circle group, and the guy had divining rods, and he was using these divining rods to work out how many lives we'd all had as past lives. And most of us had 180. I think there may be more than that. Maybe we're just like a soul collective, a soul group, where we'd all had like 180-ish lives. But that I would say that's a minimum for the amount of lives we've lived. It never stops. So maybe, maybe we're reliving this life. Maybe we were with the original light workers, and that's why we're all talking to each other and sort of working together in the modern age. And believe me, guys, all of you people who have subscribed to the channel and watch my videos, I'm sure we're a soul group of some sort. It's not a big channel, which doesn't matter, because everyone who comes on this channel is someone who's actually meant to be here and meant to be picking these messages up. So if I'm an original light worker, and who knows, you guys are as well, and who knows, but all we can do is keep that cycle going. Remember those original light workers and try and keep on pushing forward, using the knowledge that they taught us and actually propagating that knowledge out into a new world. It also says longing for home and belonging, and I know a lot of us feel all at sea in this crazy world, but that's an important thing. When you really kind of get into channeling, when you really get into being a light worker, it's like, finding your way home to a much loved kind of situation that you may never have been aware of in this life. It's more of a feeling than a place, but when you get that warm feeling, You know the friends you're with are good. You know you're in a place that you really can call home. Card number 2, Mintaken, belonging. So this leaves us with our final card, and if you picked all 3, this, friends, is your outcome card, and it's a beauty. Birthing a new age. Take a look at that. Birthing a new age. Very fitting again for the end of Mercury retrograde and the end of Mars retrograde and the beginning of a new year, because we're still in January of 2023. And if you're watching this in the future, friends, don't worry about the fact that, you know, it's no longer January 23 as you're watching this. You're seeing this at the time you're meant to see it. This is a fact. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. Really important, that. Okay, really, really important. That is the whole point of actually everything I've already said, and particularly in the last card when we're talking about the original light workers and belonging and everything like that, that soul group thing. This is what it's all about. It's like starting a new civilization, and God knows the civilization we've been in so far hasn't ended terribly well, or has at least not up to the present time. There is much to hope for. There's a lot of love and a lot of light out there in the world, but lots and lots of the forces of life as it is at the moment are working against that. So it's so important that we visualize and believe that we can have that new creation, because that is how we birth a new age. Okay, so birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Well, the dream world seems to me, friends, to be much more real than the world we're all actually supposedly living in at the present time. So it's important to, you know, see those dreams as a reality and know that you can dream a new world into being through your dreams, through your meditations, through, just all kinds of things. Sorry, I've still got like dead car on my mind, because, wow, I'm just going to be screwed if that thing is completely dead. And the farmer might have to ram it out of the way with his tractor just to be able to keep the farm working. So goodness only knows what I'm going to find in the morning, but excuse me, but I have faith. It's going to be good. You got to have faith, like the song said. And you know, as long as you got some faith, as long as you can believe, as Miranda said to me earlier, Miranda said, tomorrow is another day, and she says I will get to the dentist, so I've got my manifesting head on. So those cakes are not going to go to waste. I'm determined. The car will start, the car will work, I will get to the dentist, I will get my cakes. That's me. That's like I'm just dreaming tomorrow into being at this point. Actually birthing a new age. Slightly longer job, but tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. Tomorrow is the first day of the post-shadow to Mercury retrograde, meaning Mercury retrograde is going to be over. And the post-shadow is where we start realising what it was all about, what it was all for, what it all meant, that kind of thing. So I wish you a very happy no more Mercury retrograde day. I wish you a very happy time right this minute, if wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, just, you know, have a fantastic time ahead. I'll see you again in a future video, friends. Please drop a like on this one if you've enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe, friends, but that makes such a big difference. It really does. It just helps no end, and you'll get notified when I go live, and we'll do a live video again soon. So hit the subscribe button, go on. You know you want to, and great things will probably happen to you if you do. That's all I can say. Okay, leave me a comment, let me know which cards you picked. Great to share the journey with you guys, and I'll see you again in a future video. Love and light, blessings and peace